Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 54 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series. And if you can hear that lightning crackling in the background, we have Draconic Crafting automated, ready to go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's get on into it. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where, well, we are continuing our adventure from last episode with Draconic Evolution. It is pack update day. TheAndrata has updated the pack. We were on version 1.0.8a, or 1.08a prior to this, and we are now on 1.1.1.1, so quite a few versions. It's what, three pack versions out of date. Lots of changes, kind of, sort of, not really a lot. There's a lot of bug fixes and stuff. Quests have seen quite a few overhauls and everything like that. We're going to take a look at those. Let's dive on in. So as I said, quests received a lot. And ask and you shall receive. Remember last episode, I was like, man, I wish I had a setup for how to set up the, a visual for the Draconic crafting. Bada bing, bada boom, we got it. Draconic received some quest changes over here. I don't know. I mean, it's mainly, it doesn't look like much changed quest-wise. It just looked like it was cleaned up a little bit and maybe a little bit reorganized. Just these pictures were added is what I see. But we do have more quests. Project E received an overhaul from what I understand, and we had new quests added for Project E all over. We have these ones, catalytic lenses and stuff. That looks like kind of sort of where we're at. All the mod star requires Klein star. Okay, cool. Oreberries is new, added into the pack, where you crush berries. Oreberries replanted adds a new way to generate common ores by growing them on bushes. It is intended for use in the early game. It's inspired by oreberry bushes from Tinker's Construct. To get started, you need oreberry bushes obtained by the summoning altar. Cool. So early game, if you needed to, sorry, I got a little loud there. Early game, if you needed to, you can grow, essence berries and get experience and stuff. Cool. I'm assuming it can be automated, by using an auto clicker or click machine. Click machine is shown in the image. No, it's not the best, but it's probably one of the simplest. Oh, so that's a click machine? Oh, okay. I don't see the machine in here unless they're down there. Oh, no, they're in the back there. So it's just right clicking and then water flows it into the hopper. I mean, cool. Or a vacuum hopper or something like that would work. So we got Oreberries added in. We have a new creative tab, creative chapter for creative mods and stuff on all of the different creative items. The All the Mods star doesn't look like really anything changed terribly too much there. Getting started apparently added a new quest because we had done the getting started, so we can go ahead and turn that quest in. All the Modium looks the same, tips and tricks and all that stuff. Create a flight using EMC. Cool. Let's click the button, grab all the stuff, and see if we got anything interesting. The Chronicle of Shadows. That sounds kind of cool. I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool. Oh, Apotheosis. Okay. We got a Supremium Apple, which is pretty darn good food, but, we don't ever need food anymore because we are just absolutely the most powerful beings in existence. 3 more antimatter, too. You saw that? We're the most powerful beings in existence on this, planet. Maybe the Chaos Guardian might be able to put a dent in us, but we'll find that out. Anyway, so last episode we had left off with working on Draconic Evolution, and we were working on getting that going. I need to fix the config for the Angel Ring so that we don't get that. How did I do that before? I did it from here, right? Angel Ring 2, we had walked through this before. General and XP cost, warning level 0. Home, save, back, done, get out. Now, it probably is going to require a world reload in order for that to actually take effect. So I'll just grab a level. So that way, or 3, so that way it doesn't continue to complain at me. That'll fix it for next reload. Anyway, so I went ahead and took a look at how we're going to automate this. And my theory is correct about how we can automate this. It's actually fairly simple. Kind of. I can see where we're going to run into some potential issues here. But we're utilizing the same setup that we had. So we have the redstone link set up over here. So when the comparator puts its signal out, it triggers this and kickstarts the craft. Over here, we have a modular router, and we actually have 2 modular routers, okay? And we'll talk about both. Pattern provider is here into a buffer chest, and the pattern provider is set to lock until primary crafting result is returned, and blocking mode. Don't push ingredients if there's already something in here. We're only gonna be able to craft one thing at a time, but that is perfectly fine. By the way, it was mentioned last episode, there is awakened draconium seeds, so we're definitely gonna be looking into that, absolutely. That way we don't have to make more of it. But anyway, so we have that going. Items get pushed into the chest, and then the modular router will pull the items out of the chest. Pretty simple. What it then does is going to distribute to the 2 sets of fusion crafters, or the crafting injectors, okay? So this one is set to go to those, and this one is set to go to these guys. And then I have them blacklisting the things that we don't want to end up going over there. So like I don't want the crafting injector. If I'm upgrading it to the Wyvern tier, I don't want it to end up over yonder and get, put over there. Or if I am working on upgrading, when I get to the Wyvern and I upgrade those to Draconic, I don't want them to end up over there. I also have Draconium blocks in here because Draconium blocks are used during the crafting of the Wyvern tier crafting injectors, but outside of that, they're not for anything other than draconium bees and awakened draconium as the catalyst. Outside of that, I don't plan on making any draconium chests, so I don't really need draconium blocks to go to any of our crafting. So I have those blacklisted, so that doesn't go there. And then finally, I have a sender. So what's going to happen is the items get pushed in. I always have the catalyst coming in last. So you can see 4 draconium block, the Wyvern fusion crafting, the draconium fusion crafting. They are all going to be the last item that gets put into it. So the modular router should pull everything first, distribute it, and then send the final item, the catalyst, into the crafting core. The nice thing is it doesn't really matter what order those go in because the crafting core here sends a redstone signal when it is ready to craft. So even if the catalyst comes in here first and then all the items go out, it should trigger once a valid craft is, a craft is valid. It'll switch over in here. The recipe will be valid and it'll send its redstone signal. So it does its craft, blah, 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 blah. And then I have, once it finishes, I have a modular router down here that is set to pull whatever it is that we end up crafting and then send it straight back into the pattern provider. And it worked. That's how I upgraded all of these. The important thing that you want to do is make sure that you shift right click on all of these and put them into single item mode. You do not want stacks going into there, especially if you have a recipe that requires more than one of something, because if you do, you're going to end up in a world of hurt, because if you need 4 diamonds to be split between 4 crafting injectors, then you have all of them go into one, your craft is going to stall because it's not valid, and yeah, you got to figure that out. From experience. Anyway, so it works. My goal today is to work on getting us towards the draconium tier. And then after that, our next step would be to fight the chaos dragon. So let's get ourselves up to draconium. Now there is draconium seeds. I'm going to assume it requires ingots, which means I only have to do the awakened draconium craft one time because that's going to make blocks of this stuff. And then I can break the blocks down, make the seeds, and then with the seeds, we will never have to actually craft these again, which is kind of nice. Now, granted, it's 9 per 3 nuggets, so we need a total of 27 draconium essence for every ingot, but we can handle that pretty easily. Our setup over there makes a lot of essence. Oh, I don't have my item zoom. I forgot to, or my zoom mod forgot to copy that over on the pack update. But anyway, over yonder, we have, all of our setup there. So it's going to be pretty simple. So if I've done everything correctly, I should theoretically just be able to come in here and request a set of draconium, one set of draconium blocks. And we should see, it is going to use our dragon heart, but we should see everything went in. Look, it moved all the stuff correctly, distributed everything, triggered the craft. It is starting. It is charging up with power. Then it's going to go ahead and actually do the craft. We'll see it go. There we go. So now it's everywhere, and we are crafting up. And once it finishes, it's not going to be able to pull it because I never taught the system how to pull. You know what I would like to do? What if I do this? I'm a little slow. What I wanted to do was to have that pull, see if it will pull the item out in the middle of the craft. Does this have an input and an output inventory? That I don't know. And you should not have anything. You should just be able to send everything. So we'd have to test that again later on another craft to see. Kind of like, Powa with the, it has an input slot and an output. Or is it Powa? No, Powa doesn't have an output. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. I don't remember. Anyway, we'll test that out and see. Do I need to actually filter those out? But we got our Awakened Draconium, which was my goal. So we can go ahead and break that down. Okay, that works. I mean, we can put it back into block form, so it's not that big a deal. I do want to turn one set of these into nuggets really quick so that we can put a set into drawers to get all the things. So you'll go here, and then all of that can go in there, and it should end up in there. Perfect. So now we have our blocks, which means I can go ahead and make the seeds. Bookmark this recipe. That's a new button. Show bookmark show craftable recipes first. Show bookmark. Those are new buttons. I don't know what those do. I mean, I like these tags that shows what is similar to it. Crops and seeds. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by new stuff. I need 4 draconium, 4 insanium. So we should be able to handle that. 3, 4, and then insanium 992. Yeah, we have an insane amount of insanium. And if we go over to our mystical agriculture summoning area, we should still have everything going on there. Yep. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should do the magic. By the way, I did go ahead and get our armor taken care of. And I upgraded to an unobtainium sword because our supremium sword was 27 damage, and this is 33. So yeah, we got an unobtainium sword too. Hopefully it helps. So we got seeds going, so we need to plant these somewhere. I have not worked on upgrading any of these. Granted, you're also producing nature essence. What don't I need? Dragon egg seeds. I don't need any more dragon egg seeds. I think we have enough dragon egg seeds. Right, we have 703,000, and I don't honestly know that we're going to use all of those. So let's go ahead and unlock this, clear it out, relock it, put our seeds in there, so they should get pulled down there, and then grab our essence, and bada bing, bada boom, we have everything going. Ooh, we need to get this sped up. Stellar is correct. These are wrong. We need, I always forget. It's efficiency. Oh, I have one. Efficiency, and it's a nullifier, right? Oh, look, I have a set. Perfect. I always forget how many of which one. So let's do this, and we'll do this. And there we go. What is going on? What is this sound? Oh, geez Louise, that scared me. That is my rain thing doing its thing. I thought there was some bee or something going on. I don't know what that was. But we're going to see. It's going to just switch to next day and do the thing to stop the rain. That scared me. I was like, what new mod was added that has something attacking me right now? But yeah, okay, cool. So we got draconium essence. I would like to grab that draconium essence and immediately let it craft up into its nuggets. Because that's literally all that it's used for. So, and I should have done this initially whenever we set up this pack and everything. But, yeah, what I need to do is, I wish like I could shut this exporter off temporarily. But I need to grab soulstone or something. And we need to go in here. We're going to forget the layout. We're going to go ahead and do this. And then, come on. Stop running. Okay, stop. I need that. I want those to go there, that to go there. I don't know what was here. Gold essence. Let's grab some gold essence. It's going to fill that slot. Gold essence? Where's the gold essence? Excuse me, sir. Hello? Why do I not have any? Oh, what did I press? Why do I not have any gold essence in the system? It should be backing up, right? Because it has nowhere to go. And this is supposed to be exporting gold essence, which means that we have a problem. Why aren't we getting gold essence anymore? I had gold seeds and everything. Did we, you know what probably happened? The seeds probably ended up backstuffing. And so you're not gold. No, you're gold. Where's all this gold essence going? That it's not showing up in the system. Oh, there it is. It was probably there the whole time. I'm just YouTuber blindness. Okay, so we're going to go fix this mistake-ish that I have going on. You're not the right machine. Oh, my goodness. I really need to move these things up. It's driving me crazy having to come down here every single time. We didn't have sound there, so that's lovely. Okay, we're in. Can I go ahead and get this set up correctly now? So instead of that essence, we get that. And then instead of that, we do, come on. Forget the layout. Put you there. Remember it. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Now I can go here and I can say, do the thing. Apply. Turn yourself back on. And then we're good to go. Okay. Everybody's happy. Kind of. The only thing that we need to do is this, so that all of that stuff goes in there. And bam. Okay. Now everybody's happy. And now we have Awakened Draconium, 42 ingots already. Perfect. 5 blocks. So I think that's pretty good. And we still have, over 1,000 essence that needs to get put into there. Okay, so that takes care of that. So that means now I should be able to start working on getting myself to the draconium tier of injectors. If I take a look at the draconium injectors, it's literally just blocks of awakened draconium and then stuff that we already have. So I'm going to go ahead and teach the system. Now I am going to have to make one of these manually. So let me go ahead and let's grab the stuff that we would need. So 4 diamonds, 2 wyvern cores, 4 diamonds. And why did I type 4 diamonds? 4 diamonds, 2 wyvern cores, and draconium injector. Awakened draconium. Now I have the system taught, but the problem that we're going to run into, oh, you know what? No, this should work. So what happens is the problem that I ran into is that these injectors, they have NBT data. When I break one and pick it up, you're going to see here that it says content saved. So in order to get your recipe to actually work correctly, you have to pick one of them up when you teach your recipe and put one of those ones that says contents saved in there. Because it's empty, the NBT data on all of these matches. So just having that empty one in there works. But if you try and do it without this, the recipe is going to fail. It's not going to actually work for you. So if we do this, I should be able to. Now, how many items does that take? Draconium injector. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could do this entire side except for 1. So that's 4 at a time I can upgrade to draconium then. So if I take these, 5 at a time, throw those in here, and I say I want 5 of these, the recipe is going to work because that has the content saved fusion crafting injector. So if I go ahead and do this, it should kick off the craft. And yes, this will only pull out when the craft is done. So that must have an internal inventory that it moves it to this bottom slot when it's completed. And so the modular router will only pull out of it when the craft is done. So that's great. So then we're going to end up with 5 draconium fusion crafting injectors, all automated fairly simply too. It's really not a complicated automation. Like I said, the only time that it really would be complicated is if you needed like those draconium bee seeds or things like that. But we don't. So I think we're okay. And you can see the craft is going on again. So we got those going. That'll get us to the draconium tier. And then after that, we need to get ourselves to chaos tier. Draconic tier. We need to get up to chaotic tier, but the only way to do that is to get us into the Chaos Guardian. So next episode, I think we're going to go and take out the Chaos Guardian, or attempt to. I don't know how well that's going to work overall. Never fought him before. We'll go ahead and see. That being said, though, there's a couple of things that I want to take care of. First, the improbable probability device. Let's take a look and see, has this been adjusted? Yes, a 16 million mega storage component. That is much better overall, resource-wise. We no longer need hundreds of thousands of gold, which I have now. Yay. But we can actually go ahead and craft this because it's literally 10% or yeah, 10%, 1,000%, something like that. No math. So I'm going to go ahead and kick that off. I also want to take a look. Are we capable of making our black hole, the pulsating black hole yet? Still waiting on the blocks of gold. Block of gold. One more. We are so close to having that block of gold. And actually, we only need one more 3x block of gold because we need 81 because 9 times 9 is 81. So we're very close to making that black hole and the improbable probability device. Outside of that, our next major goal for the Automod star, I'm here. We can go ahead and that's crafting the actual final star, so we don't need to worry about that. We can work up towards the Wither Compass, I guess. That would require us to get into Blood Magic and finish that off. But outside of that, the rest of this stuff seems like it would probably be fairly simple. Though I don't know about these drops. Let's bookmark the Wither Compass here, and that's going to be our next major goal to work on. This Witherless Rose requires those, which requires... So the only thing we don't have is slime drops. And we are getting slimes. Maybe I'll spawn some slimes and get a slime prediction, a data model, so that we can grab those. Right? That did say we can get those. Yeah. I'm going to add that to my to-do list. And maybe we'll come back and see. I'll work on, because we have our mob farm, I can get slimes and I'll get a data model for slimes. Slime data model. I'll bookmark that too. Oh, hey, look, our Draconic crafting, fusion crafting injectors are done. Hey, that's pretty sweet. Fairly simple. So we can just go ahead and place those. And now we can replace 5 more. Now, the important thing is I got to go remember to reconfigure those. Don't let me forget. 4 and 5. Because every time you break them, you do have to put them back into single item mode. That's the mistake I made earlier. But if I go ahead and do 5 more of those, we should now be able to do that. And I think it should be faster, right? These guys can operate faster. They charge faster, maybe. I don't know. But they're there and they can do the thing. Okay, cool. So I think we have a plan. We're going to work towards getting our Wither Compass. Outside of that, we need to get into Blood Magic. Acceleration runes really aren't terribly too deep into Blood Magic. It's tier 4. So, but we can get there. I don't want to go very far into Blood Magic. I just need to get to the point where I can craft these acceleration runes. And I only need 4 of them. So we're not going to like go crazy with automations and stuff. We do need to get a Wither prediction, which means that we're going to need a Wither data model at some point. So we're going to have to fight a few Withers for that. And then Nether Star Generator, that's easily doable. That's some micro crafting. And then a Wither Builder is, we're capable of doing all that too. So we should be able to get this Wither's Compass fairly soon too. Just got to get that Blood Magic up to tier 4. So we can do that craft. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Pray for me for next episode as we go and fight the Chaos Guardian. And hopefully everything works out well in that regard. But yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Have a good one.